He likes this one better. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily. It is Monday.
It is.
April 20th. 420.
Yeah, I know. There's some friends that have birthdays today, and they're not even potheads.
Yeah, so. What else is new? Well, Trump signed an executive order to fast-track psychedelics that really help with TBIs.
Good.
And actual trying to get off opioid addictions.
That's nice.
Redoes the brain. Yep. It's
probably,
been around since the 90s.
Yeah. I remember when you ever watched this show Seal?
Was that with the seals or with the actual seals?
They were, yeah. It was.
I think I watched it for a few minutes
David
and it was
Moran's,
it was horrible.
Oh,
The series or the movie?
The series. And they had a couple episodes, actually part of a season, where they were talking about the psychedelics that actually helped with his, made-believe.
Well, it's supposed to help heal the TBIs, which is a brain injury, by the way, traumatic. That's what that means.
Traumatic.
Yeah. All right. So what do we have today? Well, let's see. The Strait of Hormuz, whiplash.
Yeah.
And then we got Warsh on the hill tomorrow.
Oh, what's Warsh going to say?
They're trying to. It's his confirmation hearing.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun.
A lot.
The problem is, I think he disclosed that he was worth between $110 to $200 million, and they have problems with that because he has too much money.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Dipshits.
Yes.
Fucking Democrats, I swear.
Let's see. Rates are worse by 8 basis points this morning because of the Hormuz, the whole thing with that. We'll just move on to the Iraq war. And the 10-year still just sitting right around 4.25, which is good because I think oil earlier today was $88, close to $88 a barrel, which is not bad because we were only 60-something to 67 before this war. So, what? You okay over there?
No. The Dow, of course, is down.
$48.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah. So what do we do over there in Iran? Do we just bomb the hell out of them?
I don't know. They have 48 more hours for the ceasefire. So we're not supposed to do anything for 48 more hours.
Oh. Well, we'll honor that, but will they?
I don't know.
And you had a ship that tried to get through the blockade the other day?
Yeah. Oh, I was wrong. Warsh's financial disclosure lists assets between $131 million to $209 million.
Okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't need the job.
Could be the best person for it.
Right. Yeah, he knows how to make money. How about that?
Yeah.
Those are the best people for these jobs. That's what, and Democrats want lifelong public servants who have never had anything or done anything. I don't want those. I want business people running our government. There's the word I was looking for.
Let's see if we can make a profit.
I was going to keep this till the end of the show, but I think we're going to get there now. Did you know that Newsom's book came out in February, right?
Yeah, he's on his tour right now, right?
Right. Well, it became the bestseller right away. Do you know how?
He bought 67,000 copies with his PAC money.
Which is not unusual for PACs to buy books, but I don't know if I have it here, but Kamala's PAC bought $97,000 of her recent memoir. So so that way, RNC did $100,000 for Don Jr.'s book back in 2019. But no one in history has spent 15 times that to buy their books. So he spent $1.56 million, 2/3 of all the sales. And he's trying to say organically we became the New York best time seller. Or whatever.
Hell no, it didn't.
But I just thought that was funny at that part. There is one more thing, and then we'll get in more news. Rumor about the primary election ballot.
Yeah.
How could it get out there so fast and not have Swalwell on it? And they took Steve Hinton off of the candidate information. Hilton. Thank you. What did I say? Hinton. Sorry. But that's not true.
They did what?
There was a statement last week that how could they get these books out so fast and have Swalwell not on it, and why did they leave Steve Hilton's information out of the candidate information area?
And it's in there?
No. Well, his name's on there, but the difference is the only way that you can get in the candidate statement area is if you agree to the spending cap of $11,767,000
On your whole candidacy?
Yes, for the governor.
Oh.
And so Steve Hilton, Eric Swalwell, Tom Steyer, Xavier Becerra, Antonio whatever, I can't say his last name, and this other guy, they have no photo, they have no information in there because they didn't agree to that cap. They wanted to spend more. But people are putting out there that, how could they do this? This is rigged. I'm not saying it's not rigged. I'm just saying that that's not what the rigged part is of it right now.
So Swalwell agreed not to agree, right?
Well, he agreed not to also keep in the spending cap. That's why his name is still in the list of names, but not on the candidate statement, because everybody's like, how'd they know he was going to back out? It was, you know, the conspiracy theories, which is not wrong to a certain point. But anyway, let's get to some really important news. What do I normally talk about on Monday? How good my weekend was. That is correct.
The weekend was national,
inventory.
Sometimes national numbers. Right?
Inventory's up.
How much?
So it went to 743,006. Not seven, not five,
not four.
but 6.
Okay.
Which is an increase of 18,029.
Oh, see, we're back in the double digits of increases.
Median list price is 445,000.
Okay.
Median days on market is up 7 days to 56 days.
Woo-hoo.
Price reductions are at 34.65, which is an increase of a third or whatever.
Okay.
So, but we've been saying they're around a third all the time. In history, they're between this and 3.6 because that's just what happens. People put it out too expensively and then have to drop those numbers.
Yeah, not every seller pays attention to their agent, and not every agent will say, "Okay, I'm not going to take the listing."
And that's the real only news today. Tomorrow is retail sales, pending home sales, and Warsh hearing.
Well,
huh?
I got a little tiny.
Hold on, I got 2 more. Let me finish.
Go for it.
Wednesday's mortgage applications, 20-year Treasury auctions, and Thursday's jobless claims and Freddie Mac information. A 20-year auction is out this week too. I think I already talked about. I'm not finished. I just wanted to get that in for next week. You were going to say something?
Oh, First Tuesday Journal just put out a little information on mid-April 2026 California housing market shows rising prices, with a median sales price of $855,300, up 0.7% year over year, and a moderate increase in sales activity. While inventory is growing slightly, buyer caution is also rising due to high rates.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? Inventory's up?
Yeah, it's up.
All right, I checked into some fraud stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
Did you know there's SB 255, which is a deed notification? Every California county except Los Angeles, because they built their own program, must start up a recorder notification system by January 1st, 2027.
Okay.
Homeowners will get mailed notices within 30 days. Why don't you just text us of any deed, quitclaim, or mortgage or deed of trust recorded against their property? The structural fix will, this way they can find out about deed fraud. 30 days after they've already taken all your money off of your land. And then also early on, we talked about, I think in February also, DRE had a senior alert that there were scammers were going out and getting vacant land listings and giving it to agents to list. And they're really trying to keep control of it. And they're like, it has to be remote signing, encrypted, all this different communication. And just be careful if you're taking property that is a vacant land. Make sure the people own it.
Yeah. And that's kind of smart.
And then now there's AI voice cloning now. The newest wrinkle in the wire fraud they clone title officers or agents' voice from podcast clips, social video, or voicemail greetings, and then call the buyer to confirm the new wire instructions.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so be careful out there. Only by secure email from the title company.
Yeah, they'll never call you.
Or handing it to you.
Right.
The other thing scammers are doing is your QR codes that's on documents or on your signs. They're putting stuff over, and putting stuff on top of them, and then when they scan those, it takes them to a totally different URL and other stuff. So be careful there.
Wow, could you imagine if these scammers actually had a job?
That is their job.
I know, but if they actually did something for good, because they think of all kinds of crazy cool stuff just for bad things.
Yeah. Title monitoring. First American Title launched free property title monitoring on January 26th for customers in California and 24 other states. Can someone say, how do we get your information up front so we can have control over you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I just thought that was unique. Some fraud out there that you guys really need to worry about. And
The
be
amount
careful.
of fraud is absolutely incredible.
I mean, that's like this. So there's new Claude that they were going to come out. I don't remember the name of it. I was watching earlier.
Claude Jr.?
No, they're not releasing it because it can go and find and break into people's computers and find the vulnerabilities of sites and everything else. And so they're worried that in the wrong hands, somebody will take some stuff down. Well, everything in the wrong hands, people are going to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you've heard about AB 2624?
No,
that's the anti-Nick Shirley law that Bonta's our AG for California. Bonta's wife has written, and he's getting a huge Democratic support.
Of course, they want control.
What it's saying is
because it's like 400 million. Yeah, there's like 400 billion in fraud in California.
Yeah, so please don't catch us, and we're going to make it illegal for you to do so.
Well, someone said, can you imagine someone breaking in and putting a camera in your face and doing all this? Yeah.
That's not what he does.
No, I know, but that's can be done no matter what. That is paparazzi can have cameras in your face and do all those things anyway.
Yeah.
It's called the freedom of speech and all that stuff. You can't control that. But if you're doing nothing wrong, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah. You don't have to open your door.
Yeah. Yeah.
For most businesses that don't really have people coming in their office, lock the front door. Have them ring a doorbell.
And that's what he did in Minnesota, and people would answer, and they're like, "What are you talking about?
We have no kids here today. Yeah. They're on a field trip."
They're on a field trip.
Yeah, that's what I would have said.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting disappointed with all of our elected officials. Both sides of the aisle.
I'm just disappointed with California's fraud. That was just ridiculous, and how they don't care.
It's huge. Well, they care. They just don't want to get caught.
Well, the problem is they do so much for all these different places to get this money, and then it never makes it to where it's supposed to get to. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Me too.
I like I said, I didn't have a ton, but I guess I did have enough for 12 minutes.
Wow. Ooh, we cooking with fire now. All right, kids, make it a great Monday. Go out there and do some amazing things. Don't do it fraudulently.
Or just don't get caught.
Yeah. Oh, then I'll be quiet.
All right, make it a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Bye.